From monkeys, snakes and spiders to the highest flying birds, here are 17 animals found at the top of the world. Number 17. Pebble Toads. These animals are native to the highlands of Venezuela at altitudes of nearly 9,000 feet, 2,743 meters. And when it comes to evading predators, they can put that altitude to good use. Very small, at just over an inch long, 2.8 centimeters, these toads aren't the strongest jumpers. So they fold their bodies into a pebble-like shape, hence the name, and then they roll down the hills and slopes to escape the notice of predators by appearing to simply be a dislodged stone. Thanks to its black and grey coloration, the animal blends in seamlessly with its habitat. Number 16. Naked Carp. You might not think of fish surviving at extreme altitudes, but we found a few that do so. In particular, the Naked Carp of China has adapted to elevations exceeding 10,500 feet, or 3,200 meters above sea level. They're found in Qinghai Lake, the largest lake in the country, and are the most abundant edible fish there. While the lake is saline, the carp migrate to freshwater streams when it's time to spawn. Experts say the fish can survive the cold altitudes because they can remodel their gills to increase their oxygen intake. Number 15. Golden snub-nosed monkey. China is home to 3 species of this primate. Of the 3, the golden snub-nosed monkey has the greatest distribution. Noted for their striking blue faces and golden fur, they live high in the forested mountains at altitudes exceeding 11,000 feet, 3,400 meters above sea level. Since they've adapted to such extreme elevations, they can tolerate cold water better than other non-human primates. Experts say their snub noses are really short stumps with forward-facing nostrils. Up to 15,000 of them are thought to exist in the wild. Number 14. Mountain gorillas. This is one of 2 subspecies of the eastern gorilla that's found in national parks of Rwanda, Uganda, and the Democratic Republic of Congo. Their total population numbered just over 1,000 individuals in 2018. Males weigh about 430 pounds, 195 kilograms, and are more than 6.5 feet, 1.7 meters tall when standing upright. This species has thicker fur than other gorillas, which enables them to withstand the colder temperatures at elevations exceeding 14,000 feet, 4,300 meters. They're most active between 6 AM and 6 PM and spend most of their day eating leaves, stems, and tree bark. Number 13. Snow leopards. These large cats call the mountains of Central and South Asia home, where they can survive at elevations of nearly 15,000 feet, 4,572 meters. The animals have developed several adaptations for their cold mountainous habitats. Thick fur and small rounded ears help to minimize heat loss. Its broad paws evenly distributes its body weight while walking on the snow, and securely grips steep surfaces. And their long, flexible tail serves a couple of vital functions. It aids in maintaining their balance along the rocky terrain, and it's furry enough to use as a face-protecting blanket while the leopard sleeps. Number 12. VICUNA. It's closely related to the llama and is often mistaken for that animal. But this beast is mainly found in the wild, at altitudes of some 15,700 feet, that's 4,785 meters, in the central Andes of South America. It is especially valued for its high-quality wool, which provides exceptional warmth. But a drawback is that the animal only produces 1.1 pounds, about half a kilogram of wool each year. That results in high prices for clothing made from the material. Sports coats made from vicuna wool can cost at least $20,000 US. They're found in several countries of South America, including Bolivia, Argentina, and Peru, where they are the national animal. Number 11. Humans. Did you expect to see us listed so high? Sources indicate that more than 140 million people around the world live at elevations exceeding 8,200 feet, 2,500 meters. And humans have been documented to survive for 2 years at altitudes of more than 19,500 feet, that's just under 6,000 meters. But the highest permanent settlement of humans is located in South America. In the Peruvian Andes, you'll find a population that survives at an altitude of nearly 16,000 feet, 4,828 meters. That's around 3 miles or almost 5 kilometers above sea level. Found at the base of a massive glacier, this is La Rinconada, which contains around 50,000 residents. It is a tough gold mining town with no laws, no police, and no running water. If you really want to live the high life, there are probably better options. Number 10. Himalayan Pit Viper. On a geographical basis, these critters are thought to be the world's highest living snakes. Dwelling at more than 16,000 feet, 4,900 meters above sea level along the Himalayan slopes of Nepal, India, and Pakistan. They typically measure about 3 feet, 1 meter, and usually dwells beneath boulders, fallen leaves, or fallen timber. They're known to be timid and shy, although they have a painful bite which typically doesn't need treatment. We're told that this is the only pit viper known to occur in Pakistan. Number 9. Domestic yaks. These big, bulky animals can weigh some 1,300 pounds, 585 kilograms, and are well identified with the Himalayas. They can also occur as north as Siberia and Mongolia. They've been used for thousands of years as beasts of burden, but their greater contribution to humans might be their meat and their dried droppings, which are an essential fuel source at extreme elevations. Yak milk is turned into cheese and made into butter that is used in teas and lamps. Thanks to their larger hearts and lungs, the animals are well adapted to survive at altitudes of some 16,500 feet, over 5,000 meters above sea level. Some sources claim that these are the world's highest dwelling domestic animals. Number 8. Tibetan sand fox. These canids are endemic to provinces of China, Tibet, northern India, and Bhutan. Overall, they're widely dispersed across a wide region of semi-deserts and steppes of the Tibetan Plateau. Although there are many of them, this species is rarely seen below 8,200 feet, 2,500 meters. More often, they inhabit upland hills and plains at elevations of some 17,100 feet, that's 5,200 meters, where they prey on lizards and hares. Did you know that these critters will sometimes form partnerships with brown bears when hunting for rodents? When the bear digs the rodents from the ground, the fox catches them as they escape. Number 7. KIANG. These equines are related to horses and can weigh nearly 900 pounds, 400 kilograms. Known for their large heads and blunt muzzles, these animals inhabit the shrublands and grasslands of Central and East Asia. Between the Kunlun Mountains and the Himalayas, they can be found at altitudes of around 17,400 feet or 5,300 meters. Experts say the KIANG prefer environments with wide valleys and flat plateaus. That's because the open terrain makes it easier to detect and escape from predators, which are usually wolves. According to some sources, travelers' accounts of these animals served as an inspiration for the mythical unicorn. Number 6. Himalayan marmot. Maybe you're not as familiar with the term marmot as you are with squirrel, but marmots are basically squirrels that are about the size of a large house cat. This species can weigh more than 20 pounds, 9.2 kilograms, and measure some 26 inches, 67 centimeters in total length. They're found in the Tibetan Plateau and the Himalayas at elevations up to 18,000 feet, 5,500 meters. Did you know the ancient Greeks called these rodents gold-digging ants? It was a reference to the gold chunks found in the burrows dug by the marmots. Number 5. Large-eared pika. As you might expect, this animal's common name is inspired by the size of its ears, which are difficult to miss. Otherwise, it's a small beast that measures about 8 inches, 20.4 centimeters fully grown. These furry mammals inhabit a wide range of mountainous regions throughout China, India, Afghanistan, and Pakistan. About 7,500 feet, 2,300 meters is the lowest point at which you'll find the pika. The highest point is more than 20,000 feet, 6,130 meters above sea level. According to some sources, this species of pika is the mammal that lives at the world's highest elevations. Number 4. Alpine chough. Its resemblance to crows can be detected in its glossy black plumage and distinctive calls. They breed in the mountains from southern Europe to Central Asia and across the Himalayas into China. Ornithologists say their nests have been found at altitudes of 21,300 feet, that's 6,500 meters, which is the highest of any known bird species. And they've been observed at even greater elevations. Sometimes the birds will follow mountaineers climbing Mount Everest at nearly 27,000 feet, 8,200 meters. While they usually forage in alpine meadows, the birds will often show up at ski resorts and hotels during winter. In fact, they've become known for waiting near hotel windows for food from tourists. Number 3. Himalayan jumping spider. We previously mentioned La Rinconada in Peru as the world's highest permanent human settlement. But the record for highest permanent residency among invertebrates goes to these critters. Experts say these arachnids with altitude are found at some 22,000 feet, that's 6,706 meters in the Himalayas. At a mere 5 millimeters, these beasts are certainly minuscule, but they're hardy enough to withstand the harsh, rocky terrain on a year-round basis. Experts say they're not especially adapted for such elevations, and it's still not entirely certain how they arrived there. But they definitely live up to their scientific name, which translates as standing above everything. Number 2. Bearded vulture. It looks like the top 2 spots on our list go to vultures. This one flies high in the skies from southern Europe, Central Asia and Africa to the Indian subcontinent and Tibet. They're rarely spotted at elevations below 3,300 feet, 1,000 meters, but the vulture's maximum heights tend to vary among the regions in which they're found. In Central Asia, they fly at some 16,000 feet, 5,000 meters. But they've been documented to live in Mount Everest at altitudes of around 24,600 feet, 7,500 meters. Interestingly, bearded vultures in those regions tend to be larger than their counterparts found at lower elevations. Something they all share in common is an appetite for bone. Experts say that up to 90% of this bird's diet is comprised of bone, which is digested by powerful acid in their stomach. Number 1. RUPPELL'S griffon vulture. The Sahel Belt is a region of Central Africa that stretches more than 3,300 miles long and forms a natural border between the Sahara Desert and the forested regions to the south. RUPPELL'S vulture is a large bird native to this area that can fly at some 22 miles per hour, which is considered kind of slow. But the birds can fly more than 6 hours non-stop at heights up to 37,000 feet, 11,300 meters. To put that in perspective, that works out to 7 miles, 11.3 kilometers above sea level, which makes them the world's highest flying birds. At such extreme heights, the air is so thin that water can boil at nearly 160 degrees Fahrenheit, 70 degrees Celsius. But the vultures are able to survive the harsh environment thanks to a protein they carry that can efficiently absorb oxygen. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit that big red subscribe button and click the bell for notifications for our next exciting episode, right here on Epic Wildlife.